This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, July the 6th, 2008, one of the greatest Wimbledon finals of all time happened. It was Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. Roger was going for his sixth straight title, being the five-time defending champion, and Nadal was trying to win his first tournament at Wimbledon. Nadal had 4 major titles outside before this matchup. He never won anything other than the French Open. And Federer for years would not lose a match at Wimbledon. This was the third of the trilogy of consecutive Wimbledon finals between Federer and Nadal. Federer was 2 for 2. Nadal was trying to break that mark. However, this match would last 4 hours 48 minutes with a pair of rain delays interspersed, so it was just 7 hours just before nightfall, which would have meant that the match would have had to go to Monday. But anyway, Federer and Nadal had tight paths. Federer swept Slovakia's Dominic Harbardi in 3 sets. Swept Robin Soderling of Sweden, who took out Nadal memorably at the French Open that year, 3 sets. He took down the Frenchman Cal in 3 straight sets, and then swept through Leighton Hewitt in 3 sets. So he was looking pretty good. Meanwhile, Nadal took out Andres Beck of Germany in 3 sets. He hit 4 sets against the Latvian Golbis, 3 sets against Kiefer, and 3 sets against Nuzhny. So they both had easy breezy tournaments. Federer would face the unseeded Mario Andrić and sweep him in 3 sets. Rafa Nadal would take down the hometown favorite Andy Murray in 3 sets. Federer would take on Marat Safin in the semifinals and took him out in 3 sets, and Rafa Nadal took down the shocking German Rainer Schüller, who was unseeded and almost went to the final, but Nadal swept him, which meant we get the final. We got ourselves a 2008 final. It was a massive rivalry. Federer and Nadal have won 14 of the last 16 Grand Slam titles. Of course, Federer was the 5-time defending Wimbledon champ. And Nadal won the French Open for the 4th straight year. I guess the Southern League was 2009. Anyway, it's hard to win both the French Open and Wimbledon because you gotta go from clay to grass and all that. The only 2 people who had done that was Rod Laver and Bjorn Borg. Although Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, and Novak Djokovic would do it after 2008. There were rumors that both Federer and Nadal had troubles. Federer had mono, and they weren't sure about his fatigue levels, and Nadal said his foot was severely injured. Rain delayed the start for 35 minutes. But Nadal won the first 2 sets, 6-4, 6-4, so it looked like the streak was over. Unfortunately, Federer came back and won 7-6, 7-6. Wow, there was an 80-minute rain delay too, so we had to go to a 5th set. So anyway, darkness had set in, meaning that the match would have to be delayed to the next day. Now remember, Wimbledon did not have center court have a roof over it, so basically, once night fell, that was it. So anyway, Federer had a chance to claim a 6th title, but Nadal held serve and broke Federer's serve. At 8-7, at the time, of course, Wimbledon has a rule, you had to win by 2 on the final set. So at 8-7, Nadal served out the match and won 9-7. And at 9:15 British time, or 4:15 Eastern time, he did it. Nadal shocked Federer and won the 2008 Wimbledon Championship, dethroning Federer. Federer actually did terribly on break points, only getting one of them. So anyway, the retractable roof was installed at center court and was ready by 2009. So that was the last time that a Wimbledon final could be started by rain with the possibility of being cancelled. This was huge, as at 4 hours 48 minutes, it was the longest singles final due to time played. Of course, the rain delays didn't help matters. Anyway, Federer was looking for a 6th straight, but he did not do it. Federer's 41 match winning streak in Wimbledon ended, and Nadal did the French Open Wimbledon double, which is unusual. Nadal took over the number 1 seed in August, and a lot of people thought it was changing the guard. But strangely, Federer did not make mistakes. He won a few more Wimbledons in 2009 and 2012. So Federer was not down and dusted yet, as he would come back. And, you know, it was always the chase between Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic for the man who will win the most majors. Of course, that's now Novak, after what he did at the French Open, overtaking Rafa Nadal. But Federer's still 5 straight titles is still fantastic. And you can bet on that. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.